Um, so what I want to do is get that out of the way, and I'll keep an eye on that. And for those of you that don't know me, just a little quick bio. I'm 63 years old. I'm married with two kids, mixed family. Alexandra and Anna came from Romania originally. Robbie and I are from here. And couldn't be happier. I married up with this lovely Romanian woman. She and Alexandra are from there. Both Alexandra and my son Robbie are adults and leading their own lives, happy, healthy, and wise. And for fun, I'm into bass guitar and fly fishing. You don't want to get me started on that because I get enthusiastically engaged and you just don't want to get started on that. As far as professional resume, I've invested and brokered real estate, commercial investment real estate for a long time, back when my hair was a different color. In Forex, I've been involved with trading in Forex since 2004, both manual trading and automated trading. I still do a little bit of manual trading, but mainly automated trading to this day and like it. And last but not least is crypto. Crypto is kind of my darling of new asset class, all kinds of things, all kinds of implications about crypto that are very cool and very powerful. And the last thing on the list here is really my hallmark. I would submit as far as my resume is internet marketing and team building. I've been doing internet marketing really since before it was a thing, before it was called internet marketing, before it was really a term that people used to describe this way of doing business. Those of you that are here from Nigeria are an example of internet marketing working. Everybody that is here from Nigeria right now, several have enrolled on the team that are here in the webinar with us today. Thank you. Welcome. We're so pleased to be working with you. And proof positive that internet marketing works. You can be sitting in snowy Seattle and go to another continent and approach people with a business that they see the same merit in the business that you do, apparently. They like it and they say, hey, I'm on board. I'm in. I want to do this thing. And so it really is a very cool business in that respect. And those people, by the way, in Nigeria can reach back and come across the ocean and market this to Americans now. We'll touch on that in a big way on this webinar today because America is now open for everybody in the world. Wow. And it really wasn't until about 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Okay. But it's a very big deal. So internet marketing is something that gives us a huge advantage. What used to be a very local business that we do, in our backyard, now all of a sudden, we're enrolling people in some days on multiple continents in one day. No joke, right now, and that's going to get bigger. It's not going to get smaller. It's a very exciting time for this business. This is our main place to go to get information about what we're doing. When you go to TimefreedomTeam.biz, you'll see a site that looks a whole lot like this one right here, which is the site. You have the event calendar, you have presentations. This is the expose step where you can give this to prospects. So 24/7, you can send people here to take a look at what we're doing. The short video, the detailed video, which is a repeat of one of these, a replay. There's a very good testimonial also on this video from Julius Cabanda, who you'll hear from in just a minute here. And also from Clint Clark, who is a absolute expert. You'll hear from him a little later today live, but Clint and Julius are on here in addition to yours truly. You also can go here to get plugged into our groups, which I encourage you to do because that's where you'll really, you kind of get a sense of the community when you're in there. On Facebook and on Telegram. Then we start to get into this is the Empower section. The Engage section this is where you get people started. In other words, what do you do to get started? And then how do you get your trading set up? How do you get the system turned on? That's all right here. And there's a variety of ways to do that. You can do it as do it yourself. You can have a premium installation, which is $30, and somebody takes you and only you by your hand and walks you through it. Or you can come up to our team calendar up here and be able to plug into activation events. Activation events, what that means, and we're going to change the name. We came up with a different name. Clint came up with one yesterday and helped me remember that, Clint, because it was better than activation. It was more germane to what we're really doing.
I think it was just something as simple as setup.
Yeah, setup training.
Setup training. Very good. I'm going to jot that down. Then I won't forget it next time. Set up training. And those happen regularly. So from here on out, look for the word where you see activation. That was one. So if you said, okay, I want to find out about that, you click on it and you see there's the link to get into it. If you want to see what's going on today, you click the link. There's the link to register. Now, if you look at the time and you're in Nigeria, you say, wait a minute, that says 10 a.m. That's right. It is 10 a.m. here. Okay. In Nigeria, it's 7 p.m. If you want that to be in your time zone, add the calendar to your calendar, and it will automatically convert these events to your time zone. Pretty cool stuff. If you're in Kuala Lumpur, it'll do the same thing for you in Kuala Lumpur. If you're in Buenos Aires, it'll do the same thing for you there in Buenos Aires. So if you forget how to do that, go up to the video. You can watch the video and learn how to turn to, basically what happens is you go to the calendar and you can see what's going on. In other words, here's my regular Google Calendar, and then I click this checkbox. It works exactly the same on your phone, and then up pops the red event converted to your time when you're in your Google Calendar. There's the link. Boom, you're good to go. So this is something I pound this tom-tom every time we get together because it's a very, very important thing to get your brain around, because it allows you to have an automated way to say what's going on at any point in time. You can click, and everything we do, we put on that calendar. There's also big events on the weekend. The African team, now and then they let an American in. I was honored that they did, because there's some very strong, very powerful people on here, one of which is a fellow named James Emekara. This guy is big. He was the first V6, which won't mean anything to you, but the first V6 in all of Africa, and he happens to be from the country of Nigeria. You see the little favicon with the green, white, green. And you'll more on that in a little bit. What I'd like to do actually right at this moment is have you hear from this gentleman who is from Uganda. You see V5, he's from Uganda. He's a guy that I really like his story, and I want to just play a quick video for you. And let me give you some context. Julius was very interested in the trading. He's got that kind of mind where he likes things that are, like what we're doing here, but he didn't have the money to play really. At the time, when he came aboard, he literally, at the time in June when he came aboard, the activation fee was $100. Today it's $120. They changed it in September. Well, at the time it was $100. He didn't have the $100. He had $85. He had to scrape, he had to borrow basically the extra $15 to activate. He could not do the trading himself at that point. He could not. He didn't have the money to put into trading capital. He just was activated. He said, you know what, I'm just going to do the affiliate part. I'm going to use the income from the affiliate part to build my business and build my income, build my resources. And from the profits, the video you're about to see is him taking delivery of his car. He already had purchased land and a house. So he went from barely coming up with $100 to buying land and a house and a car. Let that sink in. And yes, he's now opened his trading account. His goal over the next 3 months is to put an additional $100,000 into that trading account. So this guy has got some real cred in the business. No, I mean real cred, like no kidding. So here is none other than Julius Kabanda. I want to make sure the audio is good on this, so give me just a second. Let me make sure the sound is shared properly and that we optimize for video. Yes and yes. And away we go. Here is Julius Kabanda.
Wow, who is this I'm looking at, my brother? Who is this?
Julius Kabanda from Uganda.
All right.
And I am a robot trader.
You're a robot trader?
Yeah, I'm a robot trader into the crypto market space.
But you look so great.
Yeah, it is the power of Royal Q.
Wow.
The power of Royal Q.
Wow.
You know, since crypto market space has been present, there has been a new innovation of an intelligent application known as Royal Q.
Right.
That you connect to your crypto bank account, Binance, Hobby, or Coinbase, and it has that power to keep on instantly trading for you.
Okay.
24 hours, 7 days.
Hold on. I have not seen this machine. What is this? What is this, bro?
This is my brand new car.
Huh?
This is my brand new car, and it's a privilege.
Oh
it is a
my
privilege.
goodness. Is someone watching what I'm... Wait a moment. Where did you get this, bro?
When I joined Royal Q on
Right.
the 12th of June 2021, in my first 3 months in the business, I did this business, shared it with my friends, and the robots started trading for them, and I was being paid every single day.
So you mean
Yes,
the robot made you purchase this?
exactly. No, it is my second achievement.
All right.
My first achievement was land and a house.
Oh.
And then I was able to purchase this car. It's now 5 months in the business.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's an amazing application.
That's enough. That's enough. You can just go. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh.
All right, today we're going to be jumping into the 2022 trends for.
Sorry, you don't have to be smart enough to work Zoom to do this business. I just demonstrated that. Okay, back to our storyboard here. So what I want to cover for you today, just very quickly, is how, as a trading customer, because we really have two things that we do here. We have trading customers that want to trade. They want to have their capital put to work. They want their money working when they're sleeping. They want their money working when they're fishing or doing whatever they love to do. They want their money working hard all the time around the clock. And we'll show you how you can do that. You can have very good account growth. You can have convenience, meaning you don't have to know anything about trading. Because what you're doing is you're hiring a professional trader to trade on your behalf to get good results. You monitor it, you want to for sure monitor what's going on, make sure that everything is working properly. But the most important thing I submit on this list is safety of funds, because you can be with a company that gets you some pretty good trading results and it's convenient, but if they are not a good company or they run away with your money, obviously that's not good. So we're going to show you how you have safety of funds, and yes, you do have good account growth, and yes, you have convenience as well. That's one aspect of what the $120 to be involved and turn on your account with Royal Q. That's one of the things that it does, is provide for training. Okay. Number two is you can be an affiliate. And as you just saw from Julius Cabanda, you don't have to be a trader, maybe ever. You just want to build a business. Good on you. We love you. You want to be just a customer. Good on you, meaning you want the trading. We love you. You choose. You can do one, you can do the other, you can do both. You can do just the customer part, where the client part, where you want to have the trader trade on your behalf. You don't want to talk to anybody. You want to live, you're a hermit. We love you. If, however, you want to build a business and you want to create very rapid income, life-changing in some cases, that's something that can happen very rapidly as an affiliate. And also, if somebody starts, one of the questions that we'll get, and I'll answer it before it comes up because it will, what's the minimum amount I can put in as a trading account? The minute I hear that, my brain just goes, talk to this person about being an affiliate. Because if you're starting with the minimum amount, that means you're going to get a decent percentage, but it's the percentage on a minimum amount of trading. Don't expect to leave your job next week. It's not a realistic expectation level, right? Realistic expectation is if you have, it takes money to make money. In other words, if you have enough money in capital and then you're having good trading take place, you can get a meaningful return, a meaningful result, right? So I'm all about being real. If somebody says that to me, my immediate reaction is, man, talk to them about being an affiliate. Julius Cabanda proved you can make a whole lot of money doing nothing but the affiliate part, and then have a meaningful number to put into your trading capital to trade with. That's a good plan. All day long. And again, that is $120 one time to get your account set up. That means that you can be either a trading customer or an affiliate or both. Okay? $120 buys you the right to do all of those things. It's basically the license. This is once per year. Okay? Now, how has this kind of stuff been done historically? And this is kind of the networking, dirty little secrets here. You're getting the real thing here. This should really be titled Wall of Shame. wall of shame. The very nature of this business is that there's a lot of scammers. People invariably, I don't care what country somebody's in, it's not unique to Nigeria, to the US, to South Africa, to India, wherever it may be. Scammers are everywhere, right? And these are companies that I was with in 2017 when I got into crypto. I was with a company called USI Tech. And they started out, and it seemed legitimate. They had a Forex EA, a bot that was legit. In fact, I used it after they went underwater. I still was using it. It was a good product. When they got into the crypto part, right from the beginning, we didn't know it at the time. We found out a whole lot of stuff later, but it ultimately got into the crosshairs of U.S. regulators, and the U.S. regulators are some of the toughest in the world. They won't tolerate nonsense, and they shut them down. Well, a lot of people got hurt. And all along, what we found out later is they were a Ponzi. And so all of the thing that all of these companies on here share is somebody, in every case, really, lots of people got hurt. Mirror Trading International, very popular in South Africa in particular, people got hurt. They got clobbered by this company. They ran off with their money. And some of them play a game. They look really legit, right? Here's the common theme in all of them. You send your money to the company itself. They say that they're trading or mining or doing whatever they're doing, but you're sending your money there, meaning you're giving up the control of your asset when you send it into the company. They promise to pay you. That's what we call these, promise to pay. We're going to pay you 1% a day. We're going to pay you 1.2%, 2.2%. I've heard in some of them lately 5% a day. It's like, how is that even a little bit sustainable? 5% a day. That's 150% a month. That's whatever that is a year. It's ridiculous numbers. There's no way it's sustainable. Okay? No way, because it's not real. It's not a question of if they're going to blow up. It's a question of when. It's a question of how long is the fuse when you get involved. Is it right here near the bomb? Oh, boom. I wish I would have taken a closer look and done my due diligence. Or out here, maybe you're lucky enough to get out here. But even so, somebody's going to get hurt. And it might be your grandma. I hate getting that phone call, How are we different? Royal Q is different because this is where your money's housed. This is where your money lives when you're using Royal Q. And I'll explain how that works in concept here in just a second. But, this company in the upper right-hand corner, Binance, on a given day, it's not uncommon to see them do $20 billion in trading volume in a day. That's with a B, 20 billion in one day. Okay, if you happen to be in Nigeria, this is super popular in Nigeria. We've got some people on the call that can tell you about how things work when you have peer-to-peer where you can take your Naira and convert it to USDT. It's a fine exchange. It is the biggest, and it is one of the best in the world. Huobi, very, very good exchange, very powerful. These two you're able to use in Nigeria. These two were not able to use in the US. That enter Coinbase Pro, which on any given day is typically number 2 in the world. This just came out, guys, about 2.5 weeks ago. As an American, and I can speak for my American countrymen, we're pretty darn excited about this coming out. If you're in Nigeria, can you market to Americans and let them know, hey, you can use Coinbase? And they'll go, oh, really? Coinbase? Cool. Because it's popular here. It's not popular in Nigeria. You can't get it. Well, we can't get Coinbase, or we can't get Huobi and Binance, but you guys can. So can we sign you up as a customer and enjoy the benefit of you trading in Nigeria on one of these exchanges? Yes, more on that in a minute in the affiliate part. And vice versa, you can benefit from an American signing up on Coinbase Pro, and you're sitting in Lagos, and Clint Clark is in Central Washington. If he was a prospect and he signed up and joined your team and activated and started trading on his Coinbase, he would be making money and you would be making money as he was trading. How cool is that? And the opposite, going different places in the world. If you have in Nigeria, you can have Binance and Huobi attached to your Royal Q. In the US, we can only have Coinbase Pro. If you're in a country where you can get all three, you can have all three attached to one Royal Q account. It's country specific. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But just know, if the exchanges are available in your country, you can attach them from the 3 exchanges that you see on the screen here. Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, depending on where you are. How Royal Q is paid is there's an 80-20 split. When they do good things for you, they charge 20%, you keep 80%. Only when they make a profit. They don't charge you a naira, they don't charge you a rupee, they don't charge you a penny until they've made a profit for you. When they make a profit, they charge 20% of the profit. You don't get charged anything until they make a profit for you, okay? How does that work? The purple is your Royal Q app. This assumes that you're all set up, you've paid your $120 activation fee, you're good to go. Your app starts trading into your exchange account if you choose to do the trading, and most do. Most like having the trading. You don't have to, though. I really want to keep emphasizing that point. You can be just an affiliate, and we love you. But this now is getting into the trading part. When you trade, you set up a thing called an API key. What's API key? That sounds like Greek to me. What is API key? And no offense to our Greek friends. I love Greeks. I've worked with them for my whole business career, but I always pick on them because their language is so much different than most others. So if that sounds unusual, maybe is a better phrase, the API key, that means that you've got a pipe. You've got two apps that are connected, in this case, Royal Q and let's say Binance or Huobi or Coinbase Pro. But let's just use Binance for our discussion. You've got your Royal Q, you've got your Binance, you connect the two together. What can that do? That means that the trader, who we'll show you that in just a minute, is able to trade on your behalf into your account. Now, what can they not do? They can never, ever, ever touch your money. You're the only one that controls your money. So God forbid something happened to Royal Q, something unexpected happens. If that ever occurred, I don't think it will because it's going very well, but if it did, you don't miss a beat. You never ever gave up control of your account. So what I want to do is just make sure you understand that point. If you take nothing else away from this webinar today and you understand that, then I've been successful, because this is the central thing that protects you, protects your assets over here, protects your money. Nobody can touch it but you. Now, the whole drill here, when you have the trader trading on your behalf, again, you don't have to know anything about trading. You just get it set up, you monitor it, but you just watch it. Here's what they're trying to do. They're trying to buy low, especially when the market is fearful, like right now, and they're trying to sell high when the market is more greedy. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. And the robot does this repeatedly, just boom, 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 throughout the day. Well, the robot knows when it's made a profit. And when it makes a profit, then it goes over to your asset wallet in your Royal Q app. It charges you the 20% that you agreed to, but only when it's made you a profit, and the trader gets paid. I need to change this. In fact, I'm going to do it right now because I said I was going to do it yesterday. I've got it. Well, I can't do it right now. It's under 3%. We just ran across a trader that charges 2.5%. Most are under 2%. You'll see that it varies. One trader might charge 1%. One might charge 1.5%. We just found one. He's good. He charges 2.5%. But only again if you're getting a profit and if you like that trading style. That's the mechanics of how this works. So you connect your app over to your exchange via API key. Your trading capital resides on your exchange, not in Royal Q, only on your exchange. You never, ever lose control of your trading capital. When the profits are generated, you pay the fee, the 20% performance fee, out of your asset wallet over here. Your money sits over here for purposefully, if you're only doing trading, to pay the fees, to pay your percentage of the profit. Okay, the 20%. And 20 under 3% here. So that is how that works. And again, to get the rights to do that is $120 once a year. Okay. What I want to show you now is I want to show you a little bit about the trading and what the results look like and how you can pick a whole bunch of different traders. Like if you went to a restaurant and the restaurant had one thing on the menu, I hope you like that thing, right? I hope I like that thing. But if you go to a restaurant and they have lots of things on the menu, you can choose something that's to your liking. That may be very different than what is to my liking. And nothing wrong with either. In other words, my hair is gray, as you can see. I've got very different objectives than I did when I was a young man. So that changes over time for people. In other words, what is my tolerance of risk? It's lower than it was when I was young. I would take much bigger risks when I was young. It's fairly typical. So Why I say all of that is you're going to see that one of the most common misconceptions about this app is, oh, it's a robot, that's it. You got one thing on the menu. No, you don't. You have got a ton of traders from which to choose. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them right here. But there are literally hundreds of traders from which to choose. There's new ones coming in every day. If you're a good trader, you can generate your own circle. You can create your own circle, and you can start charging what the market will bear. In other words, maybe you charge 3% because you're such a good trader. If you do a great job and your customers enjoy your trading that choose to follow you, good on you. It's a real market for traders also. But as you can see, we don't have one item on the menu. We have a bunch. In other words, if I go through this list just to give you a sense, it's a whole lot of traders to choose from. That's because the platform has a lot of customers on it. Makes sense, right? In other words, the trader, if they deliver the goods on the trading and they do a good job for the people that follow them, they're going to get more of them. And they're motivated to do a good job because the traders only get paid when they make a profit for you. The company only gets paid when they make a profit for you. Nobody's going to stick around if they're not making trading profits, right? That makes sense, I hope. Now, you see this huge big list. Let's go in and drill in a little bit, and let's find the top 10. So if I drill in and I go to Circle Leaderboard, and I go to Hot List, here are the top 10 traders in the company. And you can see that they're pretty popular. Here's a trader. 150,000 people follow. This is the #1 trader following QQ Circle. 91,000 following Auto Sultan. 65,000 following Crypto Bull. Now, you start to appreciate if these guys are generating the profits that they are, and they're getting paid 1% of that profit, or 1.5%, or whatever their number is, 2.5% in some cases, that translates into a lot of money for them as a trader. That's good. That means they're well motivated to stay as the top gun. The top gun right now is QQ Circle. If your name is Jane and you're better than QQ Circle and the word gets out, Jane, you're going to be #1. Let that sink in. This is a real market for traders that we get to benefit from. We've got a lot of items on the menu. We can choose whichever one we like. I'm going to just focus on this one for a minute because I want to show you the returns that QQ Circle has generated, and he publishes them in August. He generated 25.71% August of this year. In September, 21.49%. These are not annual returns, guys. These are monthly returns. Wow. In commercial real estate, 15% was a great annual return, just to give you context. 15.48% in October, 18.17% in November. Let's look at the numbers, and this is probably very small, and I apologize I can't get it bigger on this platform, but I'll just read a couple of these to you. 0.31% daily return, 0.65, 2.42. That's, I'm betting, the high water mark. So we were actually over 1% one day and another day there. But then we're well under 3.32, 0.31, 0.33, 0.65, 0.98. You get the idea. And cumulatively in the month, that's 18.17. That's a phenomenal, phenomenal return. I think anybody that has been in the investment world would agree. Average daily ROI 0.61. So I really like this guy. He's very transparent. You can make a decision about him by looking at his numbers. You can talk to people that are in our groups and in our community. We share information. We share the good, the bad, and the ugly. If we like something, we're candid about it. If we don't like something, we're candid about it. I like that. I like to be real with people that I'm working with. Up here, when you go to Telegram, you can go to Telegram, and I want to show you this because it's a really key thing to do. So what I've shown you is you've got lots of traders to choose from that can trade on your behalf. You can and should do your due diligence to figure out what trader is to your liking, what item on the menu is tasty to you might not be tasty to me. But depending on how you define your what you want from a trader, that will help us zero in on one that might be a good trader for you. You go to your Telegram and you type @QQ, and you'll see QQ Circle Official. This is the group. In other words, this is where there's interactive stuff and it's constant. There are 15,000 people in this group having conversations with QQ Circle. He's got a whole staff that helps support questions. Why? Because he's got 150,000 followers. He's got a good-sized city following him. And so when you type QQ again, at QQ, you see official, which is the group. You see announcements, which is the one direction. It's called a channel in Telegram vernacular. And you see this is the really high level stuff. In other words, where he needs to get a message out and not have any interaction possibly mess up that message. This is specifically to get announcements out. In fact, I think I'm going to create one of these when we're done for our group, where we can just keep the group to interaction and then have this for publicity of events. It's a good idea. Here's the central point. When you're looking at a trader, get in their group and interact with them. See what they do. See how they interact with their customers. Once you activate, that doesn't mean you need to instantly start doing trading. You got a year. Pick your trader carefully. Make sure you're comfortable with the trader. Make sure you're doing your setup of your account correctly. We'll help you through all of that. Also, by the way, when you're plugged into our team, we want a smile on your face. Why? It's good business. If you're smiling, you're going to stick around, right? You're going to stay. In other words, and sometimes, like right now, there's a downturn. People go, "Oh man, I'm nervous. I'm afraid." And if they are, old hands in the crypto market are like, yawn. Seen this before, been to this movie many times. Don't worry, it's going to come back up again, and it will. Most of us have seen this much bigger than this before, So don't worry if you're a little. It's a little unsettling, to when you have a downturn in the market. Plug into your trader when you're doing your homework on who your trader is. Do some shopping. Figure out, go in here and get on their channel. You can join the different traders and look. You're not committing to them. You're just saying, hey, I want to kick the tires on the car before I buy it. I want to look under the hood before I buy it. You can do that. You can shop. You can look at your menu and make your menu choice carefully, and you should. It's your money, right? You want to make sure that it's going well and going to your liking. And you start by doing a thorough job of that. So what I've just shown you is the trading, how to choose traders. I want to now kind of shift gears and get into the affiliate part. And I would like to really celebrate the fact that we have people here from that country at the top of the list. I discovered this completely by accident, guys. I discovered this serendipitously. I'm marketing to 10 countries, and there's this country named Nigeria, at which I still know very little about, frankly and candidly. But I know a little bit more about it than when I started this at the beginning of this year. And I'm like, what is up with these Nigerians? Man, they are crazy about crypto. They're just like dominating the responses. And then I started to find out data like this that you see on the screen. As you can see, fully 1/3 of Nigerians are either using or owned crypto. Wow. That's 5 times, it's more than 5 times as many as the USA, where I'm from. Now, just for you that don't know Nigeria, 200 million people in the country approximately. This means 60 million Nigerians are into crypto. And I think actually this is an old stat. This is 2 years old now. This is probably well over 40, I'm guessing at this point. I need to get an updated stat. US, 330 million, 6%, that's 20 million people. Now, just time out for a minute. Knowing nothing else, where would you like to market? I feel like the optometrist here. Do you like A better, 60 million, or B better, 20 million? Do you like 60 million or 20 million? Yeah, it's pretty obvious, right? This is what got me so excited about Nigeria. Now, again, to be real, you got to have the price point right. If you're bringing into Nigeria a very high-priced product, good luck. I tried it. It didn't go well. This product, however, is being very well received by Nigerians, and I'm going to show you that right now. Do you see the little white, green favicon up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. This is just some of the leadership in the African team from Nigeria, because there's all kinds of countries represented. But just look at how many Nigerians are here. I want to point 2 out in particular. Here's James Emekara. He was the first V6. That's the top rank in the company, for those of you that don't know. Top of the food chain in Royal Q is a V6. He was the first one in Africa. Where is he from? Nigeria. The first woman in the whole world not just in African continent, in the whole world, globally. Where's she from? You guessed it, Nigeria. Guys, this is proof positive that this is working like crazy in Nigeria. Not just a little bit, it's red hot. Red hot. And we've got a way to touch and reach Nigerians that I'm so excited about with our rotator. You'll hear from Clint here in just a little bit on that topic. But it's a very exciting time to be in this business because we've got a cool business. It's solid. It protects people's money. And the business part of it, the world is our oyster. We have people from all different countries, all different continents that are involved. I don't know how many countries we've got on my little itty bitty team, and it's growing fast. But I'm pretty excited about that. I won't lie. I mean, yesterday or the day before, we had enrollments from two different continents by 8 in the morning, my time. I'm liking this. This is cool. So this is how we're paid, okay? And I want to actually have you hear from somebody. I'm going to kind of ambush him a little bit. And Lon, if you don't want to do this right this minute because you are eating or whatever, we didn't really discuss this ahead of time. But I'm going to show you guys how you get to V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. Those are the different ranks. I'm a V2. Clint is a V2. Both of us are having a horse race to get to V3. He's on my team, so if he beats me, I will be the loudest applause of anybody out there because there's no loser in that. But I want to have you hear from somebody that just got to V2. I'm going to show you what that means first before we bring him on. But Lon, if you can prepare yourself to have me bring you on mic here and on cam in just a second, I would appreciate that a great deal because Lon just achieved V2. So we get paid between $30 and $70 when we enroll a new customer, a new account. In other words, they activate with their $120. We get paid between $30 and $70 depending on our rank. V2s are getting paid $40, okay? The yellow is the percentage that you receive of their performance fee. So the customer pays a performance fee for their trading of 20%. You get somewhere between 20 and 60% of that number as you move up in the compensation. And not only the customers that you sign up, but their customers and their customers. You're getting overrides on your whole team as you move up in rank. Okay? Now, everybody when they start as a V1, this means that you're paid, again, $30 when you enroll somebody and they activate, and you also get a dividend of 20% of their performance fee. To become a V2, you simply have to enroll 3 people personally, meaning directs, a minimum of 3, and you need to have a total of 20 on your team. So in a perfect world, you might have 3 people, teach them to get 3 each, and then get a few more on your second tier in each of your 3 legs. That's a real good start. You've got your 20 people in total, meaning 3 who get, let's say, 6 apiece. You're just over the line of 20. You've got your 3 front line, and you've got a total of, let's say, 21. Okay? You are now a V2. You're going to earn 30% of the performance fee. You're going to earn $40 for each person that you personally enroll, and you're going to get $10 override on all of your indirects on your team. Lon just did this, and I would like to introduce Mr. Lon Lindsay, who hails from the Villages in Florida. Big round of applause for our newest V2. Come on down, Lon. You need to unmute, brother. Lon, you are still muted. There we go. Whoops. I think I'm muting you at the same time you're trying to unmute. I cannot hear you, Lon, if you're talking. Can anybody else hear Lon?
I can't hear him.
We got a microphone problem.
I don't hear him talking.
Nope. So that's 100% of the audience that has responded cannot hear Lon. We'll bring you back, Lon. No worries. And I put him on the spot, guys, so that isn't really fair because I kind of ambushed him a bit. So you'll hear from Lon as soon as we get that straightened out. But what's so cool is it's working right before our eyes, and we are going to, in short order, have Nigerians on our team hitting V2 and beyond very rapidly, because we've got some stuff that's going on that I'm very excited about, and those that are close to what we're doing are seeing this. Seeing exactly how we're getting that done, and seeing exactly how we're getting some of the production done on the team. So what I'd like to also do is show you V3. To get to V3, you need to have 5 people that you've personally enrolled, and they need to get at least 3 in their organization. Those 3 have to be in different legs, have to be V2. They can be anywhere in the leg also. They don't have to be frontline or directs. And you have to have a total of 100. So this is what I'm gunning for next. And I've got 2 teams that I'm working with predominantly. I gave Clint Clark the best compliment you can give somebody in this comp plan, which is, Clint, I can't place anybody underneath you because you're doing so well that I need to build my other 2 legs. And he understood that because he's got a long background in this business. Lon, I think I heard your mic work.
Yes.
Terrific.
I don't know what went on, but anyway,
you have the floor, sir.
Okay. So can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Okay, great. Well, yeah, I'm excited to be V2, and I wish I could take credit for it. But really, the reason I'm V2 is based on what the people above me did and are doing, and the ones that are below me. And based on a strategy that we're using, it's a way to help people do that. Now, obviously, I'm working the business, but by having help from the upline and downline, things went faster. So, boy, I tell you, I'm excited about it. But I first want to say, when I first came to Royal Q, I came here because I wanted to trade. The lazy side of me says, I just want to put some money in and make some money. But when I saw the comp plan, it was like, oh, wow, I can make fast money and I can make a lot of it. So it changed how I thought. And now I'm building a business and advancing and love it. And thanks to Clint, thanks to John and others in my group, I'm a V2. So that's how that works.
Terrific. Thank you, Lon. Appreciate that very much.
Sure.
I don't want to go through the comp plan in any more detail, because if you figure out how to get to V3, you figure out how to get to V2, you will know a whole lot about how you go all the way to the top of the comp plan, which is, V4, V5, V6. But when you're new, there's no point. Just know that there's a lot more money. Okay. That's the simple answer. You make more and more money as you progress through the compensation plan. So what I want to show you now is something that we're really, really excited about, because this is a tool set that we've been working on to help our affiliates. And we will have a Q&A, because there's a very good question: how much to invest? What's the minimum amount to invest? We'll get into that. Dhananjay Kumar, hope I'm not totally mispronouncing your first name. But we'll get into that in the Q&A, and I can go over that in a little bit of detail. But in the interest of time here, to wrap this up, this particular tool is something that we've been working on since February, myself and my digital marketing team. I'm most excited about it. It does really give us a huge competitive advantage. We're testing it right now, and that test is happening. We are anticipated, where we really go into beta effectively, is January 10th. We're going to have a relatively small crew that have been, waiting to get this going. It's really going to be a little bit bigger test. Then we will let the Kraken out, so to speak, once that test goes successfully. This is a funnel. It's a co-op, meaning that multiple people can participate. It's a rotator that distributes the leads. It has done-for-you email follow-ups, done-for-you event invites, all the stuff that I've used for myself personally. Now we're making accessible to the team. And so somebody doesn't have to have any background to use it. They do have to follow up with their prospects, and it's optional. This is not free. It's something that you can choose to participate in or not. But if you have network marketing professionals, you have somebody like Lon or Clint or John or people on the team, Stanley Ezeocha, a fellow from Nigeria, people like that, people like Julius Gabanda is somebody, he's not on our team, but he would be an example of somebody that would be a really good example of this would totally resonate with him because he knows what it means to have leads and basically unlimited number of them and scalable. So not only can he get leads, or not only can Clint get leads, but people on Clint's team can get leads. And when you see that, you know, that the power of that, this is a picture of how that works. The blue section of the picture here is what I've been doing historically. That's me just doing it for me, okay? Meaning I've got a Facebook advertisement, the prospect comes in, they see something they like the looks of, and they say, okay, I want to listen to and find out more about this. They register for a webinar, which it does automatically, and then it puts them into a follow-up process in the funnel, okay? That's the basic system. Everything to the right of the vertical green line is what's new. When a prospect comes in here, the participants, let's say I've got 6 participants in the co-op. Each person puts in $100 and they want $100 worth of leads, okay? What's going to happen is as the lead comes in, then it goes to Jill, the first one, then it goes to Abayomi, the second one, then it goes to Surrender, the third one, then it goes to Frank, the fourth one, then it goes to Susan, the fifth one, then it goes to John, the sixth one, and around and around and around and around, and just repeats until the $100 worth of leads is in there, has been delivered. So in other words, what has been working really well for me, I am now able to make available to my team, and you on my team will always get the best price on this, and we will verify that you're on the team. In other words, this is a huge competitive advantage if you understand what you're seeing. We've been working like crazy behind the scenes, and the fellow on my digital marketing team, I want to recognize him publicly. Ariful Islam has done a hell of a job putting all this together. He really has done yeoman's work, and we're using it right now. Those of you that just came in the last few days, you came through the initial test of this system, and it's working perfectly. So I'm very excited about it. Again, we've been working on it almost a year. It's hard to imagine, but it's finally coming to fruition. There's a very exciting time coming because 2 things. One, we can use this to target any country in the world. So if we decide we want to market in South America and we want to target Spanish-speaking countries, we just change the funnel. The delivery system doesn't need to be changed. We just change the language on the marketing. We can target countries. We can target languages. We can do all kinds of things. The central point is, you know, if you have people coming in at this kind of a clip, and I'm just going to show you this. Hang on one second here. I've got to find it on my screen. Give me just a second here, because I'll show you real life, like no kidding. This is today results. Let me get there. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So if you can see my screen, you see right here, we have, since December 12th on this particular campaign, we have 2,145 Nigerians, or presumably all are Nigerian, but they may be somebody else that's in Nigeria. But if they responded from Nigeria, 2,145. Those of you that recently responded from Nigeria, you're in this number. 2,145 of your countrymen liked what they saw and said, I liked it enough that I'm going to put in my name and my email address and register for a webinar. I'm just knocked out by this, you know. And now, this is cool if it's only for me, but it's way cooler if you can participate in it too. You see, because if you don't have to know what we're doing, you don't have to know how the pistons go up and down in the car. You just put your key in the ignition and turn the key on. Okay, but what I hope is you're seeing is you can leverage some really powerful technology that gives you massive reach. Okay, massive reach in your organization. It's $47 to participate with the tool called the CRM. That's a monthly fee. The leads are probably going to be under $1 for leads in Nigeria and India. In the U.S., they'll be more expensive because it's just a more expensive market to market in. Facebook charges, it's an auction environment. So we're at the mercy somewhat with our ads on Facebook of having the market define if somebody else says, hey, I like what Robert's up to with his team and I'm going to market in Nigeria too, then we see an increase in the price. There's more demand. It's a supply and demand market like any other. One of the things I just found out about, by the way, this is hot off the wire, is I think we're going to test a secondary funnel with TikTok. TikTok is delivering crazy good results for cheap. If you do paid advertising on, and see, we can just replace whatever you want out on the front. YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Google Ads, anything can be the advertisement. What is the best advertisement? We'll find out. But we've got the delivery system that nobody else has got. This is software that we own, okay, that I own. And this is something that, I'm just very excited about. Was that Oracle that just showed up?
Yes.
Thank you. I want to introduce to everybody. This is Araful Islam. He's from the country of Bangladesh. This is the guy who's really responsible for making the pistons go up and down. So I just want to publicly recognize him for the work that he's done, because we're so excited about having this really just about ready for prime time. So Araful, thank you.
Thank you, Robert, and thank you all of guys.
So, guys, this product, as I said, is it's a full featured CRM and sales automation system. You can use it, by the way, for whatever else you want to use it for, not just Royal Q. You can, if you're in the real estate business, you could use it for that. If you're in a different networking company, you can use it for that. And it's a fine system. It's a really, really good value. And I'm not saying it to puff. It's true. I have systems that have one of the features in here. Aweber is one of them. 10,000 contacts in my Aweber. It's $170 a month. This one is 47, and it does that, and it does all of the other CRM stuff, funnel management, all kinds of cool stuff. It really is a good system. So this will be more on this later. A different webinar, different day, because this gets fairly involved, to the degree that you want to use it. But again, it's $47 a month, and then under $1 per lead will be the cost of the leads. And there is a little bit of a compensation plan here, which is fun, because that gives you the opportunity, if you're building a business, you can sign a few people up with your link and be able to cover the cost of your system without having to incur that cost. So over time. So more on that later. At this point, what I'd like to do is just, I hope that you saw why we have safety of funds. I hope that you saw how you can have really good account growth and that it's convenient. You can have traders trading on your behalf, even if you know nothing about trading. You can plug in and we'll help you get set up and get started. I also hope that you saw that you have real, hugely powerful tools that are available to you with our rotator, with the systems that we're putting in place. So here are the next steps to get started in your business. The first step is to get the link of the person that invited you here, okay? If you want to sign up, get together with the person that invited you here and let them know that you would like to enroll, okay? Let them know that you'd like to get started, okay? Then they'll give you a link to register. You download the app and you log in with the registration credentials that you just created in that step. The next step is to launch the app, go to the Mine menu, then the Asset menu, then the Deposit menu, and you send $120 USDT. You have to use the TRC20 network, and you activate. And if you have your 120 in USDT on Huobi or Binance, as an example, it's super easy because both of them work perfectly with Royal Q. Okay, there's an additional step if you're in the U.S. We'll walk you through that. If you're a U.S. citizen on Coinbase, there's an additional step that you need to be aware of. And if you're in Nigeria, easy squeezy. Binance or Huobi, get your $120 USDT in Binance, and you're good to go. Raise your hand when you're good to go, and we'll get a little Zoom put together for you right then and there. We'll help you get registered and help you get activated just like that. Bing, bang, boom, done. Okay, it's quick. And everything starts with the activation. Somebody will say, well, I want to get the link. I want to register. Our first question is do you have the $120 assembled? Oh, you don't? Okay, well, don't register yet. Get your $120 together. Once it's together, then you're ready to register, really, because we have a way of building that is very, very compelling. If you see it, that's a different time. We can explain how that works. But until you have the $120, don't bother registering. There's no point in really doing so. In fact, it can kind of foul things up if you do it that way. So just get the $120 in your Binance or your Huobi or if you're in the US, Kraken or Atomic Wallet or Trust Wallet. Get your $120 ready to go in USDT in one of those platforms, depending on where you are. Then let's get together and get you registered and get you activated right on the spot, just like that. We'll get you really optimum positioning in our organization also. So that concludes the official part of the presentation. What I would like to do also is, in fact, it doesn't end it. I would like to have you hear from two gentlemen, one of whom is here, and I forgot, and I didn't mean to forget this. Wally, Olawale, can you please unmute? And let's see, Stanley was here. He may be in a bad network area. Wally, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Terrific. If you would just take a moment to share what he's brand new. Basically, the ink isn't even dry on his application, so to speak. But he's had a few days here and had some trading, also trading into the downturn. So if you would just share what your observations are with your own trading. He's in Nigeria, and just give us some how things have been going for you. I think people would find that very interesting.
Okay. Good day, everyone. Yeah, my name is Solani Elawale, Lagos, precisely, Nigeria. Although it's been a few days now, I've been part of the stuff. I think it's a very good thing, to be precise, to be candid. It's a very nice idea, very good one. The moment I started, I was seeing my profit. It was coming in, but I don't have enough money to do the business, because it's when to do the trading aspect of it. But the little one that I've been able to invest, I've made some profit. It might not really be much, but I still want to take my time, because I know this is a future something. It's not something you just need to rush and expect big profit immediately. It's something, it's a thing of maybe the kind of investment that you think it will generate a lot of profit in the future. So that is the way I see it. With time, I believe a lot of things, the way Mr. Robert has encouraged us, and the way he's been talking to us, the way he's been analyzing some things, I still believe in. I believe in everything he's been telling us. I think I'll still have more patience and see how it grows. Although I'm still on the only because this thing is in two places, trading and affiliate. Me, I've not started getting affiliate yet. I am still I'm talking to people, but you can't force people to do this. It's a thing that if they are willing to do, it will be easy. But I think I can share one or two testimonials for them. But I think if I've been adamant, I have enough money, if I can invest, I think that is where I know I can really convince a lot of them, because I know in Nigeria, most especially here in Lagos, to be candid with you and to be serious, it will take a lot of evidence, a lot of things to convince people to join your affiliate. So that's why so instead of me to just be waiting for the affiliate part of it, so I just let me invest the little money that I have and which I did, and so far is I think is good. I've made little profit. It might not really be enough, but I believe in it, and I still want to key into it. And I believe if people can be patient enough, I'm very sure this is going to be a thing of joy. So that is what I have to say.
Thank you, Wally.
Yeah.
He made it, by the way, he made it easy on me. The old American ears are kind of like, I'm struggling with Nigerian names in some cases, and he could hear that struggle, and he said, "Just call me Wally." And I said, "Thank you." So,
yeah.
And thank you very much for the kind words as well. I appreciate that. And I'm excited. I'm so excited about what's going on all over the place, and you know that we can bring something this powerful economically, both in the trading and the affiliate part, to people. You know, so
Yes.
thank you. I'm glad you're on the team, and all the best in a bright future for you.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Okay. So what we'll do at this point, let me see if Stanley came back. He did not. He must be in a bad network area. That happens. I know it happens in Nigeria a fair amount. Just unfortunate. It's frustrating for you guys and frustrating to try to communicate when we have the network as our enemy. But it is what it is. The old Marine Corps phrase: improvise, adapt, and overcome. So we will. So with that, I want to go ahead and conclude the streaming part of this, and then we can open it up to Q&A and be able to